Okay, so we're back and picking up where we left off last time with Karina's story.
Still in the mermaid phase.
Right, mermaid phase. Last time we were looking at that DNA transplant, remember? Pretty big step.
Huge.
But this time around, we're going deeper into her support system.
Yeah, and that's crucial during a transformation like this.
It really is. And her journal gives us some fascinating insights into the people surrounding her during this time.
And they're not exactly ordinary people, are they?
No, not at all. We're talking about beings with incredible abilities and connections to forces beyond our understanding.
And that's what makes this deep dive so intriguing, right? Trying to figure out who these people are, what motivates them, and how they're influencing Karina's journey.
Exactly. So today we're going to focus on two figures who emerge as key players during this mermaid phase.
Okay, let's hear it.
First, we have Carmen, described in the journal as a gypsy witch.
Ah, Carmen. She's a fascinating character.
Totally. And she plays a crucial role in the Centaur Project. You know, that whole initiative to transform Karina into this universal hybrid empress.
Right. And she's not just some random mystic. She's an expert in cosmic energies. The journal suggests she's been studying these forces for centuries.
Centuries, wow. So she
Yeah.
must have an incredible depth of knowledge.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where her friendship with Lucas comes in. Remember him? Karina's mentor.
Of course. He was the one guiding her through all those initial physical and mental trials.
Exactly. And it turns out their connection goes way back to their time in the Pleiades.
Okay, so we're talking about a connection that spans star systems. That's pretty wild.
It is, and it suggests that Carmen's involvement in the Centaur Project isn't just some coincidence. She's deeply connected to both Lucas and Karina and has a personal stake in the outcome of this whole experiment.
It's like she's playing the long game here.
Exactly, and that makes her motives even more intriguing.
All right, so we've got Carmen, this expert in cosmic energies with ties to the Pleiades and a long-standing friendship with Lucas. But here's where things get really interesting.
Go on, I'm hooked.
Carmen's research takes her to some pretty dark corners of the universe.
Yeah.
And in one of her expeditions, she encounters the Lady of Death.
The Lady of Death. No, that's a name that sends shivers down your spine.
Yeah, and for good reason. The journal describes her as this incredibly powerful entity residing in a dead star system. Imagine a beautiful woman from the waist up.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
But then from the waist down, it's this monstrous snake body.
Whoa, okay. That's a bit creepy.
And it gets worse. The whole lower half of her body is shrouded in this swirling black mist that apparently absorbs any energy that comes near it.
So it's like a black hole, but in snake form?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And get this, she literally feeds on souls.
Okay, now that's just terrifying. You're telling me Carmen goes looking for this being?
Well, the journal doesn't explicitly say she went looking for her, but their paths definitely crossed. And that encounter had a profound impact on Carmen's research.
Okay, but why would they expose Karina to something like that? It seems incredibly dangerous, especially at this stage in her transformation. It's a good question, and honestly, the journal doesn't give us a clear answer. But based on what we've seen so far of the Centaur Project's methods, I think it's safe to say they're not afraid to push Karina to her absolute limits.
Right, like that whole near-death experience they put her through earlier.
Exactly. They seem to believe that confronting these powerful and potentially dangerous beings is somehow essential to her development.
Maybe they think it's a way to force her to confront her own mortality or to tap into some deeper well of power within herself.
It's possible.
Yeah.
And it's also worth noting that Karina's journal entries about her encounter with the Lady of Death are pretty fragmented. Like, some of the memories are missing or deliberately obscured.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's like they're trying to protect her from the full impact of the experience, but also expose her to this raw power in a controlled way.
It's a delicate balance, and it raises a lot of questions about the ethics of the whole Centaur Project.
For sure. Okay, so we've got Carmen, the cosmic expert, and the Lady of Death, this soul-consuming entity. But wait, there's more.
Oh, there's always more with this project.
The journal also introduces us to another powerful ally, Aralytha.
And who is she?
She's a warrior priestess, described as this tall, fairy-like figure with silver hair and piercing blue eyes.
Okay, so visually striking.
Totally.
Yeah.
But she's also a force to be reckoned with. The journal mentions that she's on a mission of vengeance, seeking to punish those responsible for the massacre of her order.
Okay, so she's got a tragic backstory.
Yeah, and that seems to fuel her actions. She's incredibly skilled in combat and has this very specific, and let's just say brutal method of dispatching her enemies.
Uh-oh, brutal how?
She plucks out their eyes.
Okay, that's pretty intense. And what's her connection to the Centaur Project?
That's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
She's been gifted strange technologies by beings from a quasar.
Wait, beings from a quasar? That's a whole other level of advance.
Right. It's like she's tapped into some ancient cosmic knowledge or power source that we can barely comprehend. So she's got this brutal side, but also this connection to an incredibly advanced technology. It's a wild mix.
It is, and it makes you wonder what role she's going to play in all of this.
Well, the journal specifically mentions this magnetic headband that she wears constantly. Apparently, it allows her to detect threats, meaning she's always on guard.
So she's like a walking weapon, constantly scanning for danger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's connected to Carmen suggests that they're working together in some capacity.
Okay, so we've got Carmen, the cosmic expert, the Lady of Death, the soul-consuming entity, and now Aralytha, the vengeful warrior priestess equipped with advanced technology.
It's quite a crew.
It is. And they're all connected to Karina in some way, either directly or through Carmen.
And we're just starting to scratch the surface of their motivations and how they're going to impact Karina's journey.
Like, Carmen is assembling a team, a league of extraordinary beings to help Karina navigate this transformation. But the question is why? What's in it for them?
That's what we need to figure out.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling the answers aren't going to be simple.
No, I don't think so either. But that's what makes this deep dive so exciting. We're uncovering these pieces of information, these connections, these motivations, and we're trying to put them together to see the bigger picture.
And with each new revelation, the stakes seem to get higher.
Definitely buckle up, because this ride is just getting started. You know, it's interesting to think about the Lady of Death's perspective in all of this.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, we know she feeds on souls, right?
That's what the journal says.
But maybe Karina's growing power represents something more to her, something beyond those individual souls.
Like what?
Maybe she sees Karina as this incredible source of energy, something far more potent than anything she's encountered before.
So Karina's like a supercharged soul smoothie for this entity.
Huh, you could say that. And that's where things get a little scary. What happens if the Lady of Death decides she wants more than just a taste?
Oh, wow. You're saying Karina could become a target for this being.
It's definitely a possibility. We can't rule it out. Remember, the Lady of Death thrives on energy, and Karina is becoming this conduit for some pretty intense cosmic forces.
And we've already seen how the Centaur Project isn't afraid to expose her to dangerous situations.
Exactly. So the question is, are they aware of this risk? Are they prepared to protect Karina from the Lady of Death's appetite? Or is she just a pawn in a much larger game?
It's a chilling thought for sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about Aralytha.
Okay. The warrior priestess?
Her motivations seem a bit more straightforward, focused on revenge for her fallen order.
Yeah, but even then, her connection to those quasar beings raises some serious questions.
Right, like who are these beings and why are they interested in helping Aralytha achieve her goals?
And her methods are pretty extreme, you have to admit.
Plucking out the eyes of your enemies? Yeah, that's definitely not for the faint of heart.
It makes you wonder what kind of justice the Centaur Project believes in if they're willing to align with someone like that.
That's a good point. It's like they're willing to overlook her brutal tactics as long as she serves their purpose.
Maybe they see something in her that goes beyond her thirst for vengeance. Maybe her connection to those quasar beings gives her insights or abilities that are valuable to the project.
So they're not just exploiting her skills, but actually see her as an asset.
It's possible. It's like those old sayings, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Or keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Uh-huh. Okay, so maybe Aralytha's not just a weapon in their arsenal, but a potential ally with her own unique perspective.
Right, and that brings us back to Carmen. She's the one who brought them all together, the Lady of Death, Aralytha, even Lucas to some extent.
She's like the puppet master pulling all the strings.
Maybe, but I think it's more complicated than that. Remember, she has her own history with the Pleiades and with Lucas. She's been condemned to Earth just like him.
So you think she might have her own agenda, her own reasons for guiding Karina down this path?
It's definitely a possibility. What if she sees the Centaur Project and Karina's transformation as a way to escape this fate? Or maybe she's seeking something even more ambitious, like ascension to a higher level of existence.
Wow, that's a pretty big goal.
It is, and it puts everything in a whole new light. The Lady of Death, Aralytha. They could all be pawns in Carmen's game, or maybe they're working towards their own goals that just happen to align with hers for now.
It's like a cosmic chess match with all these powerful players making their moves.
And Karina is right in the center of it all.
But we still don't know the end game, what the ultimate goal of this whole thing is.
And that's the question we need to keep asking as we delve deeper into Karina's journey and the motivations of those around her.
Because this isn't just a story about one woman's transformation. It's about power ambition and the clash of cosmic forces.
And I have a feeling the stakes are going to get even higher.
Definitely buckle up, because this ride is just getting started.
Yeah.
It's strange, though, right? We're getting all this info about these allies through Karina's journal.
Right, so it's filtered through her perspective.
Exactly. We hear about the Lady of Death's power, Aralytha's brutality, but we don't really know how Karina feels about them.
We're missing that crucial piece, aren't we? Her own emotional response to these beings.
Yeah. Does she trust them? Fear them? Is she just going along with it all because she feels like she has no choice?
You know, it makes you wonder if she's putting on a brave face in those journal entries.
You think so?
Maybe. Deep down, she's terrified, but feels like she can't show any weakness. Especially with the Centaur Project, watching her every move.
It's got to be a lot of pressure being in her shoes.
Absolutely. Imagine yourself in that situation. You're being pushed to your limits, physically, mentally exposed to these cosmic forces, and you're not even sure who to trust.
I think it'd be a nervous wreck, honestly.
Right. But Karina seems to be handling it all with a certain level of acceptance. Like, she understands this is her path, even if it's terrifying and she doesn't have all the answers.
It's interesting you say that. Because, yeah, reading her entries, I get this sense that she's not just passively accepting her fate. She's actively trying to understand these allies to figure out where they fit into the bigger picture.
She's trying to solve the puzzle, just like we are.
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole deep dive so fascinating. We're uncovering these pieces of information, these connections, these motivations, and trying to piece it all together.
But just like Karina, we're still missing some crucial pieces.
And the biggest piece, the one that will ultimately determine the shape of this whole puzzle, is Karina herself.
Her choices, her reactions, her ultimate transformation, they'll determine the outcome of this whole story.
Will she be able to control these powerful forces that are converging around her? Or will they consume her?
And can she retain her humanity amidst all this cosmic chaos?
These are the questions that keep me coming back to Karina's story. It's a journey of self-discovery, but also a cautionary tale about the dangers of power and ambition.
And it reminds us that even in the face of the unknown, there's always hope that we can find a way to navigate the challenges and emerge stronger on the other side.
Well said. All right, folks. That's it for this deep dive into Karina's mermaid phase and her powerful allies.
But the journey's not over yet. We'll be back soon to uncover more secrets and explore the next chapter in Karina's transformation.
Until then, keep those theories coming and stay curious.